guys. Let's talk about your girl BSimone. And listen, I didn't think that I would ever really be talking too much about BSimone. She's not my cup of tea. I understand her success, and I'm not mad, okay, because I always like to see a black woman doing it, okay? But she's just not for me. It's not even because her voice is annoying and, you know, she's built herself up as this kind of hood girl that's, you know, into this whole manifestation thing. Like, that's not the reason. I feel like it's a caricature. I feel like she makes herself sound like she's a hood girl because she wants to appeal to those type of people. And but it doesn't feel genuine, like it feels fake to me. So, and I've always felt that way about BSimone, so that's why I just, you know, but like I said, you know, more power to her. She's got her book, and, you know, even though it was, you know, I told you guys a while back that, you know, she had some plagiarism going on there, whether or not she knew about it. She was the final say on the book. She put the book out. People came out, said she stole their shit. You know, that's when we got the real BSimone, honey. She had that regular voice. It wasn't all like that, like, baby girl, let me, you know, I like that. Oh my God, that drives me crazy. If you really are that way, then it's cool. But she's not, because, honey, when them legal problems got to coming about BSimone and her ghetto ass secret, she sure did straighten it up and tell us, you know, that she was sorry. She, you know, she apologized. She didn't know, blopty bopty blue. So that's why I know that I would rather, like, I probably would like her more, or even sit and listen to her if I didn't have to hear all it. Baby girl, let me tell you. BSimone done pissed y'all off again. And at first I wasn't even gonna listen to it because I just told you guys the reason why I don't. But you guys, I actually listened to the video and I was just like, there's nothing wrong with what BSimone said. There's nothing wrong with what she said. There is nothing wrong with what she said. You know, when people talk about coming to the table, yeah, we can grow together and all, but, you know, equally yoked. So if you know, if I'm gonna grow with you, you know, we both ain't got shit, but we both willing to work towards it. Okay, if you a woman trying to get this man that's already established, first of all, well, men actually don't really care as much as women do. But a lot of times men ain't even gonna give you the time of day unless you really on their level. Okay, and I say that real slight. Now that I say it, I'm just like, Roxanne, I don't know about that. But you can't ask somebody to be a certain way and then you nowhere near that. You don't have, you know, you have bad relationships with people that, you know, you're supposed to be loving. You don't exercise, you don't eat right, you don't do all this, but you want the man to be doing all of that. Then what, when you get together, you have absolutely nothing in common. Okay, you know, it works sometimes when a person is trying to get better and they're trying to surround themselves around people that are more successful. But there are just sometimes women will be like overly like, I'm not going to be with a man unless he has this, that, and the other. And in the meantime, they ain't got shit. So there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the funny thing about these lifestyle coaches and these motivational speakers and everything, to me, all of the shit that they say is common sense. But common sense ain't that common these days, and I know that. So that's why a lot of people are so amazed a lot of times with the things that they say. But to me, all that just makes sense. Like, you know, like, so when BSimone said it, it just might be the fact that everybody is just tired of BSimone and, you know, she get on people's nerves. But yeah, it was nothing wrong with it. It was nothing wrong with that, you guys. So, I mean, people just gonna have to, you know. And then we had a lot of people come out and say that she stole, you know, from them, you know, that they had said it before. And pretty much very similar to the way that she said it. And my thing to that is she may have gone across some videos and saw people saying it and probably liked what they said, or maybe it was just, you know, you may sometimes you hear things and you don't even realize that you heard that somewhere and then you say it as well. You know, some people were upset with her saying that, you know, she stole the whole what is the fucking word I'm thinking of? Concept, the whole list concept, writing down your goals and all that. They're saying that was their idea and that BSimone stole that, and her response to that was pretty hilarious because people have been making lists forever and ever. I was just like, I mean, I'm a part of the planet community, and honey, list is everything. And that has been going on for years and years and years and years. And I mean, I have always been a lister. I mean, people list shit, so you can't really take credit for that. You know, you can't say that that's yours. You know, whether or not she stole that content of the things that she said from somebody else. Well, that's kind of the what happens when you put your shit on social media. You know, people have the ability to steal your shit. Because that's just kind of how it goes. And the fact that BSimone is way more popular than those other people, then more people saw it and thought that maybe BSimone was the creator. But I'm still saying that shit is common sense, you guys. So it ain't nothing groundbreaking. And so it's okay. It's really okay, you guys. What y'all feel about BSimone? Did you agree with what she said? Did it seem like common sense to you, or were you offended? All right, you guys, and since we're talking about people being offended, let's talk about Lil Boosie. First of all, I don't know why we still talk about Lil Boosie, because he's ignorant and he's stupid and he says things, and you know, sometimes we laugh at the things that he says. Put your pussy lips on live. Give you $1,000. Woo, that's still some funny ass shit there. But this whole conversation that he had, I think he was on Vlad TV, and he was talking about, I mean, the things that he says are so warped and stupid. It's just like, you know, first of all, we already know Boosie don't really have it all right in his head. You know, he's done things, you know, exploited his sons, had them sleep with women when this child was like 13, and give him blowjobs, and I mean, basically prostituted his son out, but thought it was big, you know, thought it was good because he's teaching his son how to be a man. And you know, it's a whole bunch of warped shit with Boosie. Okay, so I don't know why we thinking that he gonna say anything that's all that, you know. He was on Vlad, I think, or he was on some interview, and he was saying that we got to stop giving the power to the women, you know, the women that be dating all these niggas and everything and getting passed around. We got to give the power to the men's, okay, Futures and the Trey Songz, you know, the men that's running through all these fine ass hoes and, you know, all of that. You know, we can't keep on saying that the woman is goals. And I was like, what? Stupid. I couldn't even come up with a complete argument. I just was like, this don't make no fucking sense. He's just stupid, you guys. So, of course, he got, you know, people, and he was talking about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, which I still believe is a fake relationship, okay, because it's just too perfect. And for Michael B. Jordan to go from never saying anything about his relationships to all of a sudden he's all out on social media everywhere. I mean, he was even on Good Morning America and said, you know, it's his birthday and he got to see what his girlfriend is doing, okay? And then we saw all of this, and then Valentine's Day and the Hermes stock and all of this. It's just overkill to me, but it's like what people like. Like I envision them in my mind, you know, putting all this shit out on social media. They probably cool, homeboy, homegirl. They probably laughing at the comments that people say, and, you know, be so admiring and, you know, loving their relationship. And, you know, they probably ain't even serious like that. Like, I mean, they probably not even seeing each other. I mean, this is all made for social media, you guys. And I wouldn't be mad if them two did get together, because they're a good looking couple, you know. But I still don't even believe that relationship is true. But that's neither here nor there. He was talking about Michael B. Jordan doing all of this stuff for Lori Harvey. And that's kind of, I mean, like, why do people have problems when black men do things for they black women? You know, it's just like somebody else said that Russell Wilson was getting flack for saying that he was afraid, you know, he would be scared if Sierra left him or something along those lines, and people were calling him a simp and all of this. And I was just like, I mean, you would want to be, if you a spouse, you a husband, you a wife, you would be sad. Okay, maybe not afraid. That might not even be the word that he meant. But you know, it's just sort of like he ain't sitting around being like, baby, you ain't ready to go, are you? But it's just sort of like, yeah, I don't want my spouse to leave. You know, I want us to be in a successful marriage. So, I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with black love? Okay? And why it got to be the niggas running through holes and all of this? Like, why we can't just have two people that's together that's happy and they shower each other with gifts because they both fucking rich and they can do that? Like, why we mad about that? You know? So, but again, this is Boosie, y'all, and the nigga's stupid. So, after he got the flack, he doubled down on it and said that, you know, the fact that she be passed around and, you know, she done ran through, like, if that's your goal, if that's what you want your daughter to be doing, you know, then have at it. You know, the world is fucked up for thinking something like that. But who said that this girl is even sleeping? I'm telling you, I don't even think that they sleeping together. Okay? I think that they laugh after they post those posts. But even if she was sleeping with him, first of all, why you worried about her puss? Okay? Secondly, she may not be sleeping with all these people that she's dating. Okay? And then third, of course, we always say, well, men do it all the time. Well, it's never gonna, like I was watching Nebessa. Hey, girl. And she was saying, you know, will it ever be a time where women and men can equally do these type of things, whether it's type of, you know, whether it's hoeing or whether it's dating a lot, and there not be any flack for the woman, you know, because there's never any for the men. And no, it'll never be that way because the world is misogynistic and they think that women, you know, should be prim and pristine, even though we know women. I mean, if men is out there fucking all the time, then who you think they fucking? I mean, they might not be fucking women, but a lot of them are, okay? So it got to be somebody that they doing it to, you know? But yet and still, you know, when the women do it, then they hoes, and when the men do it, they players. Oh, we got to give them the power and all that. Child, ain't nobody got time for Boosie. Y'all stop worrying about Boosie and the shit that he say. We already know it don't make no sense. He is strictly for entertainment, okay? Strictly. So, you know. So that's all I got to say, other than put your pussy lips on live and I give you $1,000. Next story up, you guys. Wendy Williams. I'm about to put her on the retired, you know, let's just give Wendy a break list, because I'm talking about her all the time, and really this story is not even that much of nothing. But I guess because Wendy Williams has been talking about, you know, Kelvin and his girl Sharina and their baby, and the movie, with the success of the Lifetime movie and all that, you know, he's kind of been thrust back in the limelight and hadn't really been out in the spotlight like that since everything died down from their breakup. So now I think Kelvin is just over it. So on Valentine's Day, he posted a picture of him and Sharina holding the hands like this, you know. And he said something cute along the lines of, you know, you and me, my king, my queen, some shit like that. And, you know, people were giving him flack in the comments, and the story started to come out that, well, Kelvin actually said something along the lines that Wendy is not the best mom. This is layman's. I'm giving it to you layman's. Wendy Williams not the best mom, and when their son was sick, you know, you know, him and Wendy, well, let Wendy tell it, them two had taken him to Dr. Seabee's, you know, his compound to help their son with this, because they had synthetic marijuana, and he had been pretty much gone off the rails. That's what Wendy Williams, those were her words. He had gone off the rail and really was having a bad reaction to it, and he really could have died. And so they took him there. They got him holistic treatment, and I guess the son is fine now. But anyway, Kelvin was saying that Wendy was not all that concerned like she said that she was, that she didn't even go with them to Dr. Seabee's, and that Sharina actually was the one that went. And so I don't know, you know, how this story goes. I mean, I guess that could be true, considering Wendy knew about Sharina for years, and it seemed like it was an arrangement that she was pretty okay with. You know, I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that she had gotten pregnant, okay, and they had a baby, and that's where she had to finally draw the line. But I mean, she knew about Sharina. She obviously was halfway okay with it. And so, I mean, I think it could be very likely that Sharina might have gone. The fact that he's saying that Wendy might not be a good mom, like, I don't know. She seems like she really loves her son. Okay, and seems like they have a really good relationship. Of course, I know that all that glitters is not gold, and we don't know what happens behind closed doors and all that. But I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is like, come on, Kelvin, if you got a story to tell, tell it. He says that he don't want to tell it right now. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to. He doesn't owe it to everybody. But giving like people like little splips, what's a splip? Giving people little pieces of a story and then not just going on and saying the whole thing gets on my nerves. I'd rather you just don't say shit. Okay, but he's saying that, you know, maybe one day he will do it, but right now he not gonna do it. And in the meantime, it seems like he's sick of Wendy saying shit about him and Sharina. Well, Wendy's gonna always do it because she's messy and she's petty and she has a show and she has an audience of a whole bunch of people that watch her all the time, and she is still mad about that relationship, and so she's gonna do it. And he should have known that that's how it was gonna be. You were, you know, you were married and divorced quite messily. The queen of talk, you know. So I mean, what do you think? Queen of scandalous talk. So yeah, I mean, I guess he can buckle in, but this is how it's gonna be from here on out. We just gonna wait and see if Mr. Kelvin ever comes out with the, you know, with the info, because we gonna listen. Oh yeah, we gonna listen. All right, you guys. So hey, Rush Limbaugh died the other day. I'm not going to talk about him long because I don't really like him, you guys. He was a horrible person, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, this was news, and many of you asked me to talk about it. He died from lung cancer. I told you guys about a year ago that he was diagnosed with advanced stage lung cancer. And that was right before he was given the Presidential Medal of Honor, which is the highest honor that a president can give to Rush Limbaugh. All fucking people, you guys. Yeah, I mean, I can't even, look, respect for the dead, right? I ain't even gonna say. I'm gonna read some of his quotes that I was able to find. I'm gonna read some of the quotes, and I'm going to let you guys make your decision on how good or bad of a person that Mr. Rush Limbaugh was. Okay, let me pull it up. I got it here. All right. One was, you're a foreigner. You shut your mouth or you get out. Another one, blacks are 12% of the population. Who the hell cares? Another one, let stupid and unskilled Mexicans do that work. Another one, have you ever noticed how all composite pictures of wanted criminals look like Jesse Jackson? That's not funny. Another one, Holocaust, 90 million Indians, only 4 million left. They all have casinos. What's to complain about? Another one, we need segregated buses. Another one, the NAACP should get a liquor store and practice robberies. Another one, women still live longer than men because their lives are easier. Another one, take that bone out of your nose and call me back. Another one, if any race of people should not have guilt about slavery, it's Caucasians. And another one, feminism was established so as to allow unattractive women easier access to the mainstream of society. Now, with gems like those, you guys, and there's plenty more where that came from, we won't forget how he talked about our forever first lady and called her a monkey. Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about Rush Limbaugh? After he died, trending on Twitter was burn in hell and good riddance. And like somebody said on Twitter, we only can strive to live our lives so that when we die, burn in hell and good riddance aren't trending topics surrounding our death. I guess this wasn't the most glowing of obituaries. I feel for his family. I'm sure there were many people who loved him. I mean, we cannot deny that he was the creator of the far alternate right, turned that movement into something of a party now. And I mean, he is directly responsible for that. So, I mean, he's accomplished what he's accomplished. There are people out there who love this man. He was married and he did have kids. I didn't get any of that information, you guys. He was 70 years old. I'll put that on the screen if I'm wrong, but rest in peace to Rush Limbaugh. All right, you guys, hey, let's talk about the girl that lied about her whole experience in Jamaica. So, Kalina Collier. She was a JetBlue flight attendant, but she wasn't working in that capacity at the time. But she went to Jamaica on a quick little vacation. She got there on January 28th with all intentions of leaving on February 1st. Okay. But when she got over there, she tested positive for coronavirus. So Jamaica, like many other countries, many other states, many other places, they all have their protocol, right? And Jamaica's protocol is if you are tested positive when you come onto the island and then you are tested positive with coronavirus, then you have to quarantine for 14 days. That doesn't sound like anything new. We have heard that over and over and over again. Of course, here in the United States, they're way more lax on that whole quarantine, and they just really leave it up to you to be responsible enough to stay at home. Okay, in Jamaica, it's a little different. If you are diagnosed with coronavirus, then you have to sit your ass down and stay isolated. And so they made her isolate in her hotel. I think the hotel was called Ocean Coral or Ocean Coral. This ain't Texas, y'all. Ocean Coral. They made her stay there for 14 days and she was isolated and they wouldn't let her leave. Okay. She then got onto her social media and started to say that she had been abducted, that she had been taken. She was being held against her will, I think is what she said. She was being held against her will. I think the posts were kind of ambiguous or, like not really clear. And people started to believe that she had been kidnapped. It had gotten so bad that her family was super worried. And so they started a hashtag. What was the name of the hashtag, you guys? Find Kalina and Ocean Coral. Why I keep on wanting to say Coral. Ocean Coral lied. Those two hashtags started to trend around her name and around the story, and the story got really big. And eventually her mom had to go there and make sure everything was okay. And then it turns out that, she was not being held. Well, she probably was held against her. Like, she didn't want to stay. Okay. But honey, laws is laws and protocols, and you got sick. So your ass has to stay here. So really, she lied about what was going on and got everybody all riled up here in the States. And they had started a Instagram page and everything where they took that shit down. Stephanie Lindsay, she's a police station superintendent. She said she never was in any danger and she knew it. She was under mandatory quarantine because she had tested positive for coronavirus. And their protocol, like I said, is that you have to stay for 14 days. She was ordered by the Jamaican constabulary. Okay, they have constables in Jamaica. So she was ordered by that force and she had to stay. And that's pretty much it. So all of this other stuff that she created on social media was a lie. They always had the intention of letting her go in 14 days. She never was in any danger. Nobody was doing anything to her. She had all of that going. Okay. So, Miss Lindsay was like, I wish she would try to, sue us or do something to us over here. Okay. She better be glad that ain't nobody pressing criminal charges for mischief. Okay, because she definitely was mischievous posting those stories knowing exactly what the situation was. Okay, so they don't want to hear no shit from Kalina Collier. All right, you done got it back on over to the United States and gone about your business. Now, she looks like she doesn't have a job any longer. She was a JetBlue flight attendant. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but if I didn't, then she was a flight blue attendant. A JetBlue flight attendant, and they have since let her go. So all of that just to be losing your job, and girl, just too much. So anyway, you guys, that's the story on that. What y'all think about that? Did you feel sorry for Miss Kalina Collier? Guys, and then last story, I gotta get back to work, you guys. Congratulations are in order to Meghan and Harry. Looks like these two are infanticipating their second baby. This comes after we found out that she had a miscarriage like in July of last year, and it was really affecting her and made her feel like she failed as a mother, and, you know, many of the feelings that people have when they have miscarriages. But it looks like she has been successful in holding this baby, and they made the announcement on Valentine's Day. Very much like how the announcement came down from Princess Diana. They modeled themselves a lot after Princess Diana, I've noticed. But anyway, so congratulations to the two of them. They're saying that Prince Harry only wants to have 2 kids, so this might be it for the couple. And we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but if it's a boy, we'll name him Heron, a mixture of the two. And if it's a girl, you guys, we could just really name her Mary. We'll see, but whatever it's going to be, congratulations to them. Now, we also found out Meghan and Harry have decided that they will not be returning to their duties in the royal family, that they are permanently disassociating themselves from the royal family. They're gonna keep it over there in Malibu or wherever they are in California. And yeah, they just like, that's a wrap on that. Now the royal family is pissed, and actually something just came down on my notification saying that I guess the queen had some smart, slick shit to say, because y'all know she is slick, okay? And but Harry and Meghan have decided that it's just not what they want to do. They want to continue their efforts here in the United States. Life is way more lackadaisical and cool for them here, you know, so they can chill out here. It ain't the same. The pressure is not the same. And really, Harry doesn't have to deal with that pressure because he's not next in line to become no kind of king or anything. So he was just like, fuck it, I'm out. Okay, and I can't be mad. Protect your family, protect your wife, okay? So yeah, that's what's going on there with the royal family, you guys. Congratulations to the happy couple. All right, you guys, I gotta get off of here. It's been 1 hour and 4 minutes, so let me get on back to work, you guys. We do this every single week. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.